Let's start, though, with team coverage tracking a killer. 7 News reporter Lindsay Sablon looking into how a mix-up with court documents may have allowed Evan Ebel, the man suspected in the DOC director's murder, to get out of prison early. Molly Hendrickson speaking with the family of Nate Leone, upset after hearing the man linked to the father of three's death should still be behind bars. Let's start, though, with Lindsay. And Lindsay, you're digging through those documents with a former judge who is giving you some perspective here. You found a little typo that may be the reason Ebel got out early.
Yeah, Teresa, these documents clearly show that in June of 2008, Evan Ebel was charged for 4 years for an assault on a guard. The problem is it does not say if this 4 years should be a concurrent or consecutive sentence, which means Evan Ebel may have been released early and should not have been out on the streets during the murders of Tom Clements and Nate Leone.
You agonize over sentencing decisions under the best of circumstances. This represents a nightmare.
These court documents out of Fremont County are the same documents given to the Department of Corrections when Evan Ebel was last sentenced in June 2008. But 7 News uncovering this is not what Ebel's plea agreement stated.
There should be some language in here indicating that this should be served consecutively.
The Fremont County District Attorney says the agreement stated this last charge be served after Ebel's prior sentences, meaning he should still be in jail.
How does something like this happen?
There's no good explanation, and I'd certainly be, Judge Thorson has a great reputation. Maybe you don't look at something as closely as you should.
Make a mistake.
Yeah, a clerical error.
There is one piece of the puzzle missing: court transcripts that may explain why the sentencing is different than the plea agreement, but we can't get those until Monday. For families who may have lost a loved one because of a mistake, that's a hard thing to accept.
Sadly, we learn things like this and we come up with other processes in hindsight.
Now, while we do have these documents, again, it's important to note, without that court transcript, we do not know exactly what happened, but the odds are not in favor of the judge who signed off on this. We checked Judge Thorson's last evaluation in which the state gave him high remarks. Reporting live, Lindsay Sablon, 7 News.
A warrant was issued for Ebel's arrest. 7 News confirming the Department of Corrections issued that arrest warrant last Wednesday for Evan Ebel. That was just one day after prison chief Tom Clements was killed, but before Ebel was named a suspect in that murder. Those warrants are often issued when a parolee gets out of his GPS monitoring bracelet range. Ebel was on intensive supervised parole. That means he wasn't only on electronic monitoring, he also had daily call-ins, a curfew, and no driving or no drinking alcohol. New at 5, the family of this man, Nate Leone, the delivery driver whose death is linked to Evan Ebel, says they're outraged over this latest revelation in this complicated case. 7 News reporter Molly Hendrickson just spoke with the family, and Molly, they say someone needs to be held accountable here.
Yeah, I just spoke with Amber Lane, Leone's sister-in-law. She says every time the family tries to get closure, something like this comes to light. But this news, she says, has been the hardest to hear, saying it's unbelievable and frustrating that a mistake on a document may have been overlooked. She says 2 very great men lost their lives, and she wants someone held accountable to make sure this never happens to another family.
Knowing that he would have been behind bars, he would not have been anywhere near Nate or Tom Clements. And because somebody just went oopsie and pushed paper along, or was being lazy and didn't do their job, or who knows what happened, my brother was murdered.
And Lane says the family is seeking legal counsel, considering a lawsuit against both Domino's and also the Department of Corrections. Reporting live in Arvada, Molly Hendrickson, 7 News.